From water deep to Icewind Dale, unlikely friends fight tooth and scale. A little faith, a lot of rage, to bring the summer back again. Now roll the dice, see how they fall, don't waste your action. Heroes, tortured and trapped within the mist, hunted by horrors from out the abyss. We've seen friends fall, but must endure, survive to see the sun once more. Now roll the dice, see how they fall, don't waste your action. Heroes.
Hello and welcome to Bonus Action Heroes, where Jim is stuffing his face, but you're going to have to use your mind's eye for that because he's decided to turn his camera off because he doesn't want those mukbang views.
Bold of you to assume I'm stuffing my face with food.
I mean, if it was anything other, I'm kind of offended that you have scheduled it for this time, but really honest, just go enjoy yourself. I'll look after Luca, and this is awkward now. Congratulations.
Just make sure that everything is consensual. That's all we ask.
What do we say, Hazel? Rap
Rap
before
before
you spat.
Why did I ever say that? Why did that ever
Why do we keep
happen?
saying it?
Because it's excellent advice.
It is very good advice.
Well, it was. To be fair, it was mushroom related, right? It was
Yeah.
on theme in Out of the Abyss.
That okay? Yep.
It's on
yep,
theme in
no.
this game. Vampires be horny.
Yeah, but they don't.
Yeah, no, that's
Have
just
spores.
it's just Jim. I don't think any of the other characters have tried to fuck anything.
That is accurate.
Jim, did you put Dimitri in here, or did I just put the wrong token on the map?
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That-
it was you. Okay, that's fine then. I'm not losing entirely. Here we are playing Curse of Strahd, where I remember what happened. In short, you've shown up to this mansion on your way to the swamp because there's a swamp witch in the swamp that the Martikovs want you to deal with because they have one of their winery gems that help grow the vines at the winery. And in your tarot reading, you were told that a treasure lies in a dragon's house, and this appears to be something like a dragon's house. It's a house, and there are lots of dragon symbols everywhere. And you are on the 3rd floor, is where we left it. You had just been trapped in a corridor with some phantom warriors who you eventually dispatched of. And prior to that, also had to deal with 3 revenants. So I think you've taken a short rest. But you're all a bit tapped out as you ascend to level 3.
Accurate.
Everything is moving a bit slowly for me. I hear music, because I can't, but I'm just going to assume it's playing. Yeah, because I can see it. Playing, but my laptop's going, you want to do video and Foundry and music? We're going to have to lose one. And to be honest, I'm happy it's the music for me. Going to unpause the game. I know what Jim's like, and it's probably going to involve you being paused again very soon, but
I did play the GIFs before the stream, and there was that.
Did you?
Yeah, whoever did it, that GIF of like, it says Jim as soon as the game's unpaused. And it's got Shrek like running at super high speed.
That's Hazel's.
It was
Hazel's.
on point and perfectly accurate.
Yeah.
So for context,
It's dangerous
'cause
though.
Nick
So if he
wasn't
goes
there,
off on his own, let him. I Nick was there.
No, not for that. Nick wasn't at the weekend,
Oh, he was not. Sorry,
so we
That
need
we
to
know
post
of.
them.
he
we
stayed
use a
very
ghost.
well hidden, to be fair.
I ran a taskmaster, and one of the tasks was make a GIF referencing bonus action heroes. So I do need to post those for everyone to see.
Lovely.
Thank you for compiling them, Matt, because they were all excellent. You have good GIF game. Good GIF game.
If by compiling them you mean taking them all and putting them in a folder, you're welcome.
I did put them in
Zoom!
a folder. Whoa!
I'm only joking.
Look, if he goes, just let him go.
No, if he goes, I need to stop him to say something.
No,
Oh.
I have accepted that we're all gonna die here. And if Cedric is the first one because he's run off by himself, Alessandra shouted at him enough. He's washing his hands of it.
Yeah, he got killed once already. Kind of had his chances.
Save you all.
I was running, I was fine.
There's no point saving everyone in this game, Jim. There's only one of that lot left.
And he's gonna die
open.
soon, so
I'm gonna shut that door.
No.
Well,
Well, while
if
you
you-
were there,
if you open it, you deal with it.
No, yeah, I do.
too many rooms. Who invented dungeon crawls? You open the doors to a room covered in cobwebs. You see faded war banners adorning the walls. In the center of which is a heavy wooden table, surrounded by 6 high-backed chairs, with wood-carved dragons perched atop them, because that's what you've grown to expect in this place. And slumped in one of the chairs, you see a skeleton in tattered chainmail. They will turn their head towards you.
Hello.
Why do you disturb the dead?
We're looking for something to help us destroy Strahd. Or
I see.
someone.
Then please, she will gesture to the seat next to her.
Well, this is the most civil conversation we've had here so far. Luca will go in and sit down somewhere. Plonk him there.
And try and make the picture larger. My companions, so many of them have lost themselves. Few of us remain with what little we remember. And as she turns to look at you, you will hear the crunch of bones on bones as this skeleton turns towards you. That was a poorly made sentence. I can't improvise.
Quite the looker.
She's got a full head of hair still. She's doing very well.
Yeah. Might I ask what your name is?
It's not Olaf's mum, is it?
It takes sort of an excruciatingly long time as she nods, pushes back the chair, stands, and then gives a very formal bow. She clearly has manners and air of nobility about her. My name is Dame Sophia Hargreave. And you, sir?
Luca will kind of, through sheer obligation, do this. Like, he'll stand up and he'll give a bow, and he'll think about it, and he'll go, "I'm Luca Cedric Stein," and give a little nod.
Cedric Stein.
In hindsight, I don't like that name very much.
You come seeking something to help you destroy the devil.
That's right.
Companions, you all share this goal.
I can't speak of the older elven woman who we discovered here, but I believe everyone else is largely on the same page, yes.
That was once our goal. A noble
Absolutely, I
but
would say I'm having the same pursuit.
a noble but futile mission.
What makes you say that, if you don't mind asking?
Our order perish, fighting Strahd. He cannot be killed, and our leader would say should not be killed. For his eternity is his torment.
Yes, but it is not just his torment, is it?
What do you mean?
There are many here without souls, but there are plenty with, who suffer and are reborn and suffer again, many of whom are innocent. Not all. Is the suffering of innocent justified in the suffering of one who is fallen too far?
Speak to one who is reborn again and again. My suffering is worth his torment.
My suffering is worth an attempt at his life.
I thought that once. What makes you so great that you, few, could defeat the devil that could not be defeated by an order of the best warriors in Barovia? Hazel is muted.
Alexander's out in the corridor. He isn't taking part in this conversation, but he is just thinking, that is exactly what I have just said.
While this conversation's happening, Cinder will be investigating around the room. Maybe try to take a peek and see if there's backup for this person, because she's sensing the conversation might be going south.
Yeah, do you want to do a perception check?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe it's a guarantee that we would destroy Strahd, but I have to believe that it is at least doable. I'm unwilling to sit by and watch people suffer when I know I could be doing something, however futile.
Sindor, you look around the room. Nothing appears. You don't see any disturbed dust. It looks like it's been this way for many years, even decades. You listen keenly and don't hear anything except the wind whistling through perhaps an open window or broken paneling somewhere. You're keenly aware that the dead, of two of which you have now been around for quite some time, Luca and Olav, don't make much noise. She'll, if a skeleton could smile, and arguably they're always kind of creepily smiling. She turns to you, Luca, and says, "You remind me of me when I first joined."
I'm going to
If
use
you
divine
are-
sense, sorry, to detect
Yeah.
good and evil. Until the end of my next turn, I can detect good and evil, anything affected by a hallow spell, and the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. So if there's any others
Not
in
behind total cover.
total cover, yeah.
She is the only undead you can sense in this room. And you detect neither good nor evil?
Okay, she's neutral. That's fine. Look, if we are trapped in this, I don't want to use the word hell. I'm sure hell is just as bad, but we may as well try. Maybe even some of these people can escape, go back to their lives. And yes, I will happily leave him to suffer here alone. If we can get people out, I will. If I can kill him as well, bonus.
Do not mistake me. I yearn to be free of this eternal torture. If you are so determined, maybe I can assist. You said you were seeking something here.
We were, and you're going to ask us what it was, and we're not going to remember. That is how we work. Because only one person takes notes and they're outside.
I
I'm
also
sure
didn't
I've
take
got
notes for the previous sessions, so some kind of weapon or something.
Let me find your
Thought it was in my
notes.
journals, but it's not.
Player notes.
Fortunes.
Of Ravenloft. Do.
The One of Swords. Powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. The One of Swords, the Avenger. The treasure lies in a dragon's house, in hands once clean and now corrupted.
You tell this to her.
Yeah. Just say it out loud.
You speak in riddle.
The Taraka speaks in riddles. I just repeat them.
This was the dragon's house. Our souls were once clean and now corrupted. You appear to be a holy symbol. She sits back in her seat The empty sockets sort of fix into the middle distance as she takes some time without speaking. She appears to be thinking. It is difficult. So many memories are lost. Our leader once a holy symbol he wore about his neck. That may be what you see.
And where is he?
Old Argynvostholt died like the rest of us on the battlefield. The commander, his soul, like ours, does not rest. He will be somewhere in the castle, but he cannot be reasoned with. He is consumed by a hatred that I can feel even now.
Hatred for what?
Strahd.
Could we reach him if we show that we hate Strahd as well?
You will hear this clicking as she slowly turns her head from left to right in a shaking motion. He is corrupted.
So we will have to destroy him to ironically take the thing that would harm his enemy.
There may be a way to reach him, but none have yet. He is single-minded in his hate.
Luca, I think you best get ready for some serious clericking.
I will endeavor to remember everything that relates to my priestly days. But surely there has to be some kind of way that we can deal with your commander that doesn't involve beating more of your companions to death.
I get the feeling that beating them to death is only temporary here.
Yeah, unfortunately. But surely there's got to be something I could reach the fellow. A reminder or a promise he's made. Something to help them refocus.
This battle, when was it?
We were lost in the year 347. I remember the day too well.
What year is it now? Sorry, out of character.
I can say you will have asked someone at some point, and
I'm just trying to understand if it was the same battle that Olaf died in.
It's not, because yours was 50 years ago, and the current year is I can't find it.
Luke is there, sat in the chair going, I don't even know what day it is. Don't ask me what year it is.
Yeah.
735.
Okay, different battle then.
It is the time when Strahd first came to invade the valley.
Is this before the mist throws?
Yes. Well, I fell before the mist rose. We won many victories, for we were all finally slain.
Forgive me for asking, because this is an enlightening conversation. But are you the only one your order here who will willfully provide us with conversation? Many of the others we've encountered have been far more prone to combat.
The majority of us, as I said, have been corrupted. The commander's hate is encompassing. Few of us. For what reason, I am unsure. Perhaps ties to the living, or as you said, promises being made. We still keep our mark. I don't remember their names, but I'll see them sometime. And she will look up and slowly point a finger to the door behind you, Luca.
This door.
Yeah.
I was about to say he takes a deep breath, and then I remembered he doesn't have to breathe. So he's just
You can just do it for effect.
Yeah. No, he could, but he won't. He's saving that for more dire scenarios. He will put both hands on the door handles and wait for a moment, and then just push the doors open. I was overcome with the urge to say something then, but I'll hold it.
You, look into a circular room, light peering through the windows. There's a large bed in the center of the room. Obviously, it's a full poster with dragons carved on it.
Course.
There's two large taxidermied animals flanking the doors. One is a brown bear on its hind legs, and the other is a direwolf. There is sat on the bed another skeletal figure, white hair, again wearing I can't remember if it's chainmail or plate mail, but they're wearing some armor, and these black eyes turn to you as you enter. And let me find his picture.
What a dashing fellow. Looks a bit frostbitten on the nose.
Did you say that out loud?
No.
I've dated worse.
So have I. There will be a moment after Luke has thrown open the doors, and he'll just look at this fellow and go, "I'm terribly sorry to disturb."
Who are you?
My name is Luca. We came here looking for artifacts or people to help in destroying Strahd.
He will look down. People like you have come before. They did not leave.
Well, maybe we won't do any better, but I rather not leave people suffering for no reason. I was brought back for a purpose, and it would be a waste for me to make nothing of it.
You were brought back for a purpose.
Following my apparent death at Windmill, the abbot of the Abbey of Saint Markovia brought me back in the hopes I would be able to assist in destroying the Baron.
I was brought back, but I do not know the purpose. I cannot reach him.
Who is him?
Vladimir, our commander.
Is there... When you say you cannot reach him, is this more of a physical inability, or are you referring to appealing to his senses?
He does not recognize me.
Time can warp a lot of people's perceptions, and your companion at the table says you have been around for some time. He perhaps just needs reminders of you and the role he's supposed to serve.
Who believes our role now is to keep Strahd in his prison? We are like prison guards. I do not believe this.
The issue with viewing yourselves as prison guards in that sense lumps you into a similar path where you are all prison guards. And you prison guards, you are all prisoners. And from the little I have seen, the toll it is taking upon you is worse than the toll it is taking upon the Baron.
And all of these souls trapped here, they fight the ones who want to kill Strahd. They hurt themselves. They create their own prison, and they maintain it.
I do not wish to kill friends. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I still believe that.
And then that would mean we are friends.
If that is your goal, but I do not know how to achieve it.
You say you cannot reach him. Is there anything of his that might remind him? Before all of this, something before the anger and the death, something he loved.
He will, as you say that, he will look up quite sharply. He loved me, and he doesn't remember.
With respect, you don't look like you probably did, just like I don't look like I did.
I
Is there
remember.
something you have that he gave you?
There would probably be a moment in all that where Luca would walk in and put a sympathetic hand on the fellow's shoulder. It's like a vague comfort. And then at the same time, he would be like, Olaf, that's very inappropriate for you to say. After he goes, you probably don't look like you used to.
I wasn't talking to him. I was talking to the lady.
Oh, I thought you were talking to him. I'm confused.
I'm not in that room.
You're not in that room. Yeah, I was just in. There's not much difference between his voice and her voice.
No.
So she.
I mean, he probably heard me.
Anything she has, then scrub what I just said. He has his armor, his sword, his symbols still. They do nothing for him.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking of tools and weapons and uniform. I'm talking about something that meant something to his heart, not to his arm and his head, but to his heart. Did he not give you jewelry? Did he not give you letters? Did he not give you tokens?
He was our commander. I did not know his heart. I only know mine.
Seems we will never know his heart then.
Hello, Alessandra.
Yeah, so Alessandra's walked in. He has bowed to the woman as he's passed. Can I just get something straight? So she introduced herself. What was her name?
I will put it in the chat. Her name is Sophia Hargrave.
Okay. And then the guy hasn't introduced himself, but he did say a name.
He said
wasn't
Vladimir,
Vladimir, okay.
which is the name of the commander.
And then so Vladimir, the commander, it was the guy who said about his heart. So did he say something about his heart, or am I making stuff up? I'm getting very confused between the
I
discussions.
got confused by the two. So
So we haven't heard a bit about the commander and the heart.
I think you've heard about the commander, but not. I need to retract that he loved him, because I thought we were talking to him, but we were talking to her.
I was talking to the fellow, so you can say that that's just something we eventually came to the conclusion of through.
Sure.
Lucas continued.
You've had a little heart to heart.
Yes, I'm there, giving him a gentle, comforting pat on the shoulder.
Could Alexander join Luca's chat? I think he'll just stand in the doorway for a little bit until there's a bit of a lull. So we'll say that he's heard the bit about the heart because, yeah. Excuse me, good sir. May I ask your name?
Excuse me, I forget proper etiquette. And similarly to the lady, he will slowly stand up and give you a formal bow.
I'll fully bow to her as well.
I am Sir Godfrey Gwilym. I will write that down too.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sir Godfrey Gwilym. My name is Luca, or Cedric, whichever you prefer.
And I am Alexander Return. It's an honor to meet you.
Friends, you have come to a dour place. I do not know what help you can find here. I do not know why I was brought back, but perhaps to warn you to leave this place.
Come here with a purpose. We hope to be able to fulfill that purpose, and we mean no harm to yourselves. We ask only for your support.
What support can I offer a dead man? Sorry, I am a dead man.
I
I was about to say, if this is foretelling something about Alexander, you're just playing into my paranoia.
Don't worry, Alessander. I'm also a dead man, so
That wouldn't
Me
make him
too.
feel any better. This land is not like others. You'll have seen how it must have changed over time. There are things here with power and meaning. And I understand how it may be difficult to embrace that now, given the circumstances and your current situation. But is there anything within this house, any information that you know of that could be of use to us, that we may be able to free you and your comrades? Can't think of any other words other than in socialist manifesto stuff. From this prison.
You, Vladimir's hate. I believe it is Vladimir that keeps us tethered to this world. I do not know if his corruption can be cleansed. It has been so many years.
His corruption. So he was once a good man.
We were all good. He was the best of us.
Would we be able to meet him? If he is suffering from some corruption, maybe the corruption can be removed and he can return to being the commander that you so need.
I wish for nothing more than that. But I fear you will meet the same end of the others who have met him.
And what has that end been?
The end. He has slaughtered all who would, in his mind, release Strahd from his prison. He is still strong.
And what of the lord of this house?
Lord Argynvostholt.
Does he have no sway in this matter?
He hasn't returned like myself or Vladimir. I do not know what the afterlife is for dragons.
Was Argynvost an actual dragon?
Was, and still we fell.
Does explain all of the dragon motif.
We are his order, the order of the Silver Dragon, Lord Argynvost himself.
I understand the name now. What happened to your Lord Argynvost?
He fell in the battlefield. We pushed back Strahd's forces several times, defended our keep, but reinforcements came. Sheer numbers meant we could not win.
Reinforcements in the form of what? People or creatures?
His people from his land.
The land outside Barovia?
Yes. This was not always Strahd's valley. He took it.
But in the way that he is imprisoned here, does that not cut him off from his homeland?
I do not know the extent of his curse.
But
Aye.
it may be that this is no longer a war of attrition, my good sir. There may be hope yet.
I would like to believe that, young sir.
We have
But
to believe that.
I do not know that you will convince Vladimir of this.
What
Not as
if,
he is.
if your order was in reverence to your Lord Argynvost, and he was felled on a battlefield, would some piece of him perhaps reignite Vladimir's passions? To scale or something. Something that could serve as a rallying symbol for you all.
What I'm hearing is that he wants to see Strahd tormented.
The bones of Lord Argynvostholt were recovered from the field. They lie in the mausoleum outside, all except the skull. The skull was taken when the east side of the castle fell.
Do you know?
When did that happen?
It was not long after.
Do you know who took it and where?
We know who took it.
A woman.
Oh, maybe we don't.
An old woman with an army of... They were not people, but looked like they were the way they were dressed. But they would be knocked down and stand straight back up. We beat them back, but she took the skull first.
What did she look like?
Old. It's difficult to remember. Haggard. She was one of Strahd's men.
We were tasked by the Martikovs for dealing with a swamp witch. She might, as unluckily as it would seem, she might have a degree of information, perhaps.
Which she had magic, yes, which
So Godfrey, is Commander Vladimir within this house?
yes, I have seen him in his hall, and he has turned me away time and time again.
Sir, I understand that he does not see you for who you are. But I'm sure he has not truly forgotten you. As I know those that I will truly never forget. If we were to meet him, what do you advise that we do?
Do not anger him. All he has is anger burning. I feel it. Keep him calm. Agree with him. It is not a fight you can win.
Seem that perhaps going to contend with this which might be our best course of action now then.
I don't see any way to reach him. Doesn't want Strahd to be killed because it seems to want him to suffer. How can we get him to help us?
Can try and find that skull. He might be more agreeable.
Why would the skull make him more agreeable?
Because it's something that was stolen from him based on the remains of the person who founded his order.
Roll me a religion check, Luca.
Righto. Someone's disappeared. Religion, I'm crap at that because it's intelligence and I'm not smart. So
But you'd be a
13.
cleric.
Lucky you're not a cleric. Oh. It's mine.
In your relearning of religious practices, you would have a vague understanding. Oh! And Olav, as a maybe.
I'm a paladin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
And the guy who's just been around for a while.
And I've been dead for 50 years.
You understand the power of burial, of honoring your dead, and dishonoring the dead may inspire a corrupting presence. Case in point, the bones of St. Andrel in the Church of St. Markovia were very much consecrated, the reason those grounds were consecrated.
Okay. Yeah, perhaps you are right, Luca. If we can recover the skull, we would mean something even to these spirits who have lost hope.
Foundry, I'm understanding if you would decide against such a thing, but if we are going to go and deal with a swamp witch that may be holding the skull of your order's founders, would you like to come along to try and reclaim some lost glory of yourselves?
I have not left here in centuries. What would you ask of me?
Well, I assume if we're going to deal with a swamp witch who has stolen from a family, and also assailed and stolen from your hall, we won't be able to reclaim such items peacefully. So, if you were willing to help us contend with her forces, should she resist, would be appreciable.
You think this will restore Vladimir?
Provided she has what we're looking for. Would hope so.
Roll of persuasion.
Perhaps if we can recover the skull,
With advantage, maybe?
your commander could see
For
past
what?
For what? Because I'm being so convincing and
Being a
precious,
chancellor.
and I've put a comforting hand on his shoulder and tried to be supportive. I got a 19 anyway. Fuck your advantage.
Sorry, I spoke over you, Matt.
No, it's okay.
He will stand and mirror what you did, Luca, and put his skeletal hand upon your shoulder as he looks in. Well, they're sockets, but you can see at the very back of them these pinpricks of light as they look at yours, and he says, I would do anything for Vladimir. I will assist you. And god damn you, I don't want to run an NPC. But he would help.
It seems we are setting off for Berez shortly. Would we be able to at least rest somewhere that is relatively safe?
It is safe in here.
So your companions made it quite the trial to encounter you both.
If you wish to have...
We're not going to rest and wake up with them all out there again, are we?
I do not see why. Perhaps if Vladimir has heard you, he might send some phantoms our way. But he knows myself, and he'll sort of peer through the door, and the mouth opens and closes a few times like he's searching for a name.
Yeah.
Sophia are here. If he is in his hall, it is across from here. You do not want to disturb him, catch his attention, then, yes, there may be a chance he will send some of us after you. I can
Will.
watch from in here if you wish to rest here.
I can't lie, if this skull is going to make it easier to negotiate, to get support, to get whatever the hell it is we need in here, then maybe we should do that first. But
I don't think that is going to be a quick thing to do.
the other option is we go and fight, and then we risk these fine late people joining in.
Oh no, I fully believe that the skull is the thing to do. I just believe it might take some time.
As I recall from the map,
Always seems to take longer when it's us, that's for sure.
Yes,
Oh, definitely.
we are very easily distracted. But based on the information the Martikovs told us, they showed the witch should be in the ruins of a town called Berez, which is down the range somewhat. It shouldn't take us too long to reach there.
That is correct.
Do we try and rest here and go for the skull, or should we get out of this house?
We can leave the house and rest on the road.
I mean, we've gained nothing here except the knowledge that a skull might help us.
That is more than we had before.
And
You
we have
gained a friend.
yes. And Lucas again gestures to Godfrey and it's like we have just had a new friend agree to help us contend with this witch.
Very
Might
true.
I argue that maybe we can rest here instead of on the road? I mean, it's safe, it's predictable.
I mean, that half of us are dead already, and our new friends are dead. I do not sleep. I benefit from not moving for 4 hours, but I
As
don't
do I.
sleep. So I do not think
Come
anything
on.
is going to surprise us, but is it
I-
really safe here?
I don't sleep either. I trance, but still
I
safe in here
understand
than out there.
that you were all far more capable than I. But I, at least, and most likely Magus, also we need to sleep.
It's not
I
about
just need somewhere
capability.
safe to sleep.
Alexander, I miss sleeping more than anything. I miss the
Even
taste
more
of
than
food. Yes.
You
So
will hear an invisible presence probably right behind your ear, Olaf, say, "I'm fucking knackered. I need a sleep too."
Sorry, Graham, I wasn't aware you were in this room. Do you want to rest? And I'll pat my shoulder for him.
I'll fall off. Can I?
Oh,
I see a bed.
if you feel comfortable, then go ahead. We'll keep guard.
And Sandy, you will see. Well, you will. If you look into that room, you will see a little lump appear in one of the pillowcases.
Yeah. My cute little boy.
Hi, boy.
My boy.
And then the shortly after.
He can sleep in any situation. I'm quite proud of him.
Luca will walk out of Sir Godfrey's room, and as he passes Alessandra in the door, he will give him a pat on the shoulder, and he'll try to have like a moment where he gives like a kind of comfortable, thankful smile. But it would probably look a little awkward considering his face is all stitched together. And he would probably just mumble a quite thank you under his voice, and then go and just sit down in one of the chairs and just become very motionless.
Sounds like. Sorry,
Would
go
you
on.
would you perchance have something more akin to a bed? I can sleep for the night or trance for the night.
You may use our bed. I do not need sleep.
Well, thank you kindly. Oh, it's just my
it's a bit
bones at this
crusty.
point don't like the floor or chairs or anything really.
My bones hurt too.
Have you tried yoga?
You undead yoga button touch.
I
Just
could
thinking-
RP this. I'm not going to.
I'm just thinking of that meme thing now of someone else in the room going, "Do you guys have bones?"
No, we didn't need the skull at all we needed was yoga.
Yoga.
The power of yoga.
If you're taking a long rest, I assume you're taking watches, but I'm not going to ask you for rolls, so you don't have to organise those. I'm happy for you to add your long rest, and we can be 8 hours later.
Nice.
You've been through enough.
Aventurian popped in. I don't know if you're still there, but hello.
No.
Sorry, I missed your message.
Shall we continue on our way to Berez?
Is that where this hag is?
This is where the Markovs told us we might find her.
And she will have the skull.
And as well as their seed thing.
I'm surprised. I really thought it would be Strahd that had it, so it's quite a pleasant surprise that it's not him for once.
Sindor, as you open your eyes from your trance, you
Yeah.
have not dreamed in a very, very long time. But
Right.
for a brief moment, you will see this ethereal face about the size of you staring at you,
Okay.
Really?
and then it will dissipate through the wall.
Is anyone else in the room with me when I wake up? It's just me.
Sandy, you will be in the room? Are you?
I
Is that where
yeah,
you're resting?
I'm perched, leaning up against the wall, but kind of like wedge myself between a cupboard and the wall. It's the sleep of the young. Doesn't hurt them as much.
Young lad.
Yes, then, Alessandro, if you are.
Young lad, did we do any drugs last night?
No.
I think I saw a ghost of a dragon. I remember something being mentioned about it, but I can't hear anything from my right ear anymore, so.
When you say that you saw the ghost of a dragon, so it was a ghost, it wasn't the dragon itself?
It looked more spectral and less, physically flying above me into this tiny room.
Were you awake or asleep at this moment?
Ooh, I'm never asleep, but to be honest, at this age, I'm never really awake either.
Stop
Graham?
relating that.
Graham, did you see anything in the night? Graham? Graham!
No, I was asleep.
Oh, okay.
I forget my voice is quite high, and sometimes it doesn't get
pick
picked up.
Well, I believe it was most likely just a dream then. I believe a dragon ghost is the kind of thing that would wake me from my slumber. If it were to be real and at least semi-corporeal in this room in the middle of the night, where we've already been dealing with ghosts. Oh, shit.
Oh, not to worry. I mean, it seems to have left. Now we just want to take a
To
peek.
where?
Ooh. Well, possibly to attack later.
I really hope it was in your dream. Can I look out the windows, please? Can I check for the general surroundings? Any sign of dragon ghost?
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll perception. There is no sign of a dragon ghost whizzing around outside.
Okay. And then a more actual kind of, can I survey the... is it daylight yet, or is it like dusk, dawn? What
I've
kind
lost all track of time, but we'll assume you're in semi-regular doing in the day, sleeping at night sort of situation, and we'll say, yeah, it's daylight without the sun.
Okay. Is there anything of interest outside, or is it just the lawns of a stately home kind of setup?
The dead grass of a stately home.
Okay. Can I see the dragon statue?
Yes, you can.
Has it moved?
It has not moved.
Okay. Just checking.
Off to find the hag then today. Is that the plan?
I believe so.
Lovely. I haven't spoken to a hag in probably a few centuries. How exciting. Maybe I can relate more now.
I've only been here about 2 weeks, and this will be the 4th hag, I believe.
Oh, this is exciting 4 weeks. I'm surprised you're alive. Not to comment on your skills, I'm sure. You're very skillful.
Well, I
but
am always surprised that I am alive. Everyone else is dead.
when you say everyone else.
As you say that, you'll probably come into that room and see Olaf's like on the table, and he literally looks like he's been shot and he's just dead. It's just his head's hanging down. He's, you know, the guy in Saving Private Ryan that gets shot and just like slumps on the table and sits down. It looks like that.
I mean it both figuratively and literally. My experience in this place has not been kind.
I'm very, very sorry to have faced such loss at such a young age.
At the
Like
moment,
one
I'm
day
not quite
this-
sure I've truly lost them. They do seem to continue to hang around. Don't know if
Right.
that is
Right.
better or worse.
Wouldn't be able to say.
As your
Sometimes
friend,
Tuesday-
as your friend Dawson said, I am too precious to stay dead.
Are you saying that in-game, or are you just gymming? Because I'm very
Why are
confused
you,
between what's
how are
happening
you
now.
speaking on behalf of someone you don't know?
I've met Dawson.
For like 12 minutes.
For like, yeah, for
A
like a
day.
day, if that.
I talked a lot to Dawson, I'll have you know.
You know him better than us, it seems.
More conversations with him than we ever had. So, are we moving, or are we continuing to search this house?
I am at a point where I would concede that I am now satisfied that we can leave this house for fear of future death.
I think if we have any hope of recovering whatever it is that we are looking for, then yes, we must recover this skull.
Excuse me, Sir Godfrey. What would be the quickest and safest way out of this building?
The staircase directly outside, but proceed quietly. Vladimir may hear us. And before you leave,
I'm not very good at it quietly.
Sophia, who probably looks a lot like Olav did, will just suddenly bring her up to look whoever is closest. You are going to Berez?
We
Yeah.
are.
We're going to get the dragon skull.
I would ask a favor of you, if I may.
Please, go ahead.
My partner, she was from Berez. I remember when I heard the bells in the Argynvostholt ring calling me away from her. She begged me not to go, and I could hear her wailing as I left. I had been sat in the meadow with her, I had been planning to propose, but it could not be. I still hear her wails out across the valley. I fear she is like me. If you come across her, she is beautiful. She had dark brown hair and green eyes. There is a ring somewhere, the ring I plan to give her. I do not have it. I think one of the servants found it and took it. It would comfort my heart to know she had it. Or if the wails are just in my mind, return it to Berez, a token, something so I care.
I will do my best.
Thank you. That is all I can ask.
While that story was being told, you might or might not have noticed Cinder feeling her ring finger reaching for something that doesn't seem to be there anymore.
Perception, dark hair, green eyes.
Sorry. Her name was Danisa.
Do you know what year it is?
I know she is long dead, but so am I.
So,
If my soul is tethered here, hers is at least somewhere there in Berez.
this is why I want to kill Strahd. Perhaps if we can kill him, the mists will drop and you and your beloved can go to the afterlife together. And all of the souls tied to me can do the same.
That would be truly a gift if it is something you can assist with. You are all so full of life, even the dead amongst you.
We only have one thing you don't. And hopefully you have a little bit now. It's hope. There is hope.
God.
We'll find the ring, we'll find the skull, we will kill Strahd. I died once trying, I'll die as many times as it takes.
I believed in our commander. I have not believed in something for some time, but when you all speak, I believe you mean what you say. Thank you. I wish you good fortune.
We'll see you again.
And it's like she shuts down. She just goes back into that slumped position where she really does appear dead.
Let us get a move on then, I suppose. And I would, but the game is paused.
Oh, sorry.
Are we transitioning outside, or do we need to go through?
Hello.
And it disappears.
Could I, in part of the silence, the whatever moment I get, the woman in exchange for us offering to return the ring, if possible, can I give her a note? Just to keep, just in case.
Oh yeah, you do have a quill, and yeah, of course you can.
Oh yeah. Please and thank you.
Oh, I hate these. I love them and I hate them.
I'm going to be responsible about this. And alert people. I have just seen the floating head of a spectral dragon drift into the next room. Rather than walking off and investigating on my own.
Are you feeling okay? Not
Yes.
the dragon thing, the not going off on your own thing.
Well, I have informed you I am now going to wander off on my own.
Okay, well, we did already tell you we're not going to stop you. Oh, bye.
Are you proceeding with any stealth?
No.
Okay, noted. As you pass through that corridor, you'll see in the center of the corridor there's a lot of debris, and as you look round the corner, you'll see that there's a hole in the roof. So clearly a part of the roof has caved in and made this mound of rubble. But you walk past that to this room where you appear to have opened the door.
I have. If I immediately see nothing, I'm just going to pull the door closed and return to the stairs.
You will see a cobwebby room. 3 windows, bare shelves along the walls. You will see a picture above the mantel which has been slashed, its lower half hanging below the frame. And through a gap in one of the windows, a breeze disturbs some paper on the shelf, and it gets, as it floats across the room, it gets caught in the frame.
I tell what the painting is from here.
You can see the top half, which isn't limply hanging. You would see the top of some. The top of. Let me find it. You'd see a winter sky, some snow-capped mountains, and maybe the top of a tower.
I would like to investigate this room further, but I feel like we have a more pressing matter to contend with than satisfying my curiosity.
If this spirit is as good as they say, then we should maybe try to talk with it. I mean, we are dead anyway.
That would be an exacerbated kind of like, ugh. And it's like of Luca going, Olaf has a point, but I want to kind of just carry on. But he will step into this room for a moment and he'll take a better look at the painting to see what the limp hanging is.
Do you like pull that bit up so that you can see the picture as a whole?
Yes.
So as you press the canvas back into the frame, you will see it appears to be an image of the castle that you were stood in, Argynvostholt. And as you look at the image, you will see, which you saw from the outside, there is a tall tower in the center, and in that tower in the center is this glowing light, which feels like it lifts off the painting. It's emitting an actual light as opposed to just being painted on. In the center of that beacon, you will see a shadow, a winged form, and that shadow grows and fills that light, and that light starts to fill the room, and then all of a sudden the room is then plunged into darkness. And in that darkness, whoever's in the room, so Olav and Luca,
Myself?
I have blind sight to 10 feet.
you will see again this spectral head of a dragon. And then it is gone. And
Does it go anywhere particular, or does it just appear and then disappear?
it just dissipates and the light returns to the chamber.
I never considered that dragons were real, and I therefore did not consider that dragon ghosts can be a thing. Every day is a school day. Should we get the hell out of here?
I've always believed in the concept that dragons were real, but I never really considered the idea that they could also have ghosts. And that is an interesting and enlightening experience. And now I am satisfied that we should continue to the ruins of Berez.
Okay, let's go.
Zoom. Are you coming or what?
Well, that was just a bit like thrown by the Zoom thing.
That was a me thing, not
I
a Luke thing.
I didn't know what to do with it. I mean, you are a few days old. Not out of the question.
There is still a childhood innocence in me.
Did you do it like that before you went? And then...
Zoom, and then like
Naruto,
a slow...
run!
Yeah, Naruto run.
Chinkling with all the chainmail. My fucking Facebook feed's been full of Naruto shit recently. I don't know what the fuck is going on with it.
It knows you. It knows you so well.
I at no point. I might have seen / read all of Naruto, of the original run of it.
Might.
I might have. I may have missed the ending few chapters because it got a bit daft. But why is it just out of the blue going, here's loads of random trivia and other shit? It's annoying. Anyway, let's go to Berez. I will recount the story of what I witnessed when gazing into the painting to everyone else. About how I looked at the painting of Argynvostholt and there was a bright light emanating from the tower that I saw the silhouette of a dragon in, and I will largely be aiming this description to Godfrey, in the hopes that he might know something about it, considering he's lived there for the past 500 years.
A light did used to shine from the beacon, yes. It could be seen all the way across Barovia.
Was the source of the light your friend Argynvost?
I am unsure. A magic of his. Perhaps he had many skills, and the light died the day that he did.
Yes, it would have been a call to arms along with the bells.
Maybe.
Could be of use.
Could be a potential place to take the skull, if not to bury it.
Maybe.
Unfortunately, I cannot move our token to Berez.
Oh, I don't know why, but yeah, just for
I'm-
context,
we
you're
prob-
here.
I bet
You're
I
heading here.
I think we all know why I'm not allowed to move the party token.
same reason that Thorn's in the village.
Well,
Is he?
he's from the village, so
Somewhere in the mists. You've just abandoned a child ghost.
look, I still
Yeah.
want to know what happened to Cedric's Thorn doll, because he kept that.
Oh, a hag has it.
Fuck. All right, I want that doll back.
No, she's cut some of Cedric's hair and attached it to the doll, and the doll now works as a voodoo doll.
Don't give V ideas.
All I've been doing today is going like, here is a terrible thing that can happen to any of my characters. Or
to-
just generally around me.
Just to clarify, is this a hag that we're going to talk to, or is this one of the ones that we want to kill?
I suspect it's not a pie hag, but it probably is going to be one we try to kill regardless.
Is this the?
I think
is
we
this,
should refer
so
to
is
them
this
as
not
pie
the one
hags
that we've
from now
already talked to? We had another.
Jenny Greenteeth.
Yeah. We don't know. So this is going to be the 5th hag, maybe. Too many hags.
There's so many hags here.
So many hags.
Should call it Hagovia or something instead. It's clearly Barovia's not very fitting.
Strahd really must be something if people are far more scared of him than the many, many dozens of hags that are wandering around this place.
Alright, I'm setting you up on the next map, and
I would
feel
like
like
to make a
it's the one.
comment. I would like to make a comment on that matter, but unfortunately, Luca never met Jenny Greenteeth.
Nope.
I'm not even sure if Olaf did. I think he probably did. Was I dead by then?
Yeah, no, I think Olav.
Oh, Absence was off getting vengeance.
Yeah, he
wasn't
was off at that point.
Yeah, we still had Steve at that point.
Yeah.
We still had Milton. Oh,
Mhm. Sorry, walls of text, finding the things.
Too dreary and grey existence. Oh,
I
can we
can't
have
see.
Maggot as well, please? I'll,
Is it pitch black?
That's who's missing.
oh, there we go.
Hello there.
Hello there.
It's proper dark out now, isn't it?
It's
Dunno what else you
almost
would say.
spooky.
I'm going to smoke my pipe and talk nonsense while Veronica sets up this here map.
My internet is having a moment because you keep disappearing from my screen and everything is running really slowly.
Ah,
It doesn't like this. It is quite a big map.
do I need to light a lantern? Is it pitch black? Oh, I thought it was daytime. No,
Yeah, it
didn't.
is daytime, so I should change that. But the issue is I can't.
Well, it's light now. I must have changed it. Literally, as you said, it's daytime. The lights came on.
Lucas put light on.
I've cast light.
Ah,
It is quite dark. The trees overhead. As you move through the forest into this more marshy swampland, the ground becomes more squelchy under feet, and there are pockets of water as you walk along, and the trees, which were already quite tall, also now accompanied by lots of foliage on the ground and vines, and it all feels a lot more wild. Like previously, you've been walking along dirt tracks where people have clearly walked before, whereas here, people don't come here. Or if they do, the water washes it away, perhaps. It is dark and kind of claustrophobic, the way everything seems to be surrounding you, and you're having to really think about where you're stepping. Is the new music playing? I don't know anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, I
think so.
Looks like it is.
Is anybody good at scouting?
Oh, I mean,
I'm terrible
I
at
can
it
sneak.
myself.
Well, I don't mind doing it, but I'm kind of noisy.
I can sneak ahead if need be.
I have the monkey as well with me. I'm trying to remember what the name
Yes,
was.
where is he? Monkey,
And we've
see?
got
Things I
Graham.
keep forgetting.
Chafka, flying monkey. Is
Bring him onto the map. And I went, oh, there, because I realised, oh, your vision is so bad because the fog here is so dense.
Ah, that makes sense.
so if Alessandro scouts ahead, then Chafka will be kind of flying over top.
I will be keeping Graham with me. I will tell him not to go far from me. I don't like this fog. I do not want us getting separated.
Understood. So you come, you.
Where's
find
Godfrey
your
gone?
way. Oh, for goodness sake!
Theatre of the mind.
Yes.
No, he is there. He'll be helpful. Maybe.
Yeah, no,
I
he can be
just
there.
forgot that
You don't
brought
need
him
the
along.
token right now.
You might.
Oh God.
That's not comforting.
I'm sorry, everything's just,
It's
when
okay,
your
don't you worry.
laptop goes super sluggish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
it
know.
doesn't. It does not like this map.
You need me to take a look at it.
A look at my laptop.
Mm.
Yeah, if you could just zoom over to London.
Yeah, not right now, maybe, but next time we get a chance.
Do you still need to defrag computers? Is that still a thing?
It
I
is.
do that regularly.
Hmm.
It's not usually the thing that slows them down these days.
No.
Anyway, you come to some sort of, not clearing, but you do find a depressed trail, a parting in the trees, spongy earth, and ahead you can see the ruins of some very old cottages. To your south east, there has been a river that you've been hugging as you walk in this direction towards the swamp, and it is still there. You can hear it sluggishly moving in your periphery. Welcome to Berez.
Can the game be unpaused, please?
No, because you'll run off.
We should
No,
call
I'm
it.
going to
Can you turn
immediately ask which direction we want to go.
Can you
Would we
turn off
like to go?
gym mode, please?
Would we like to carry on going westward, or do we want to explore the path to the south?
I have a monkey on my shoulder.
I didn't want to say anything.
Hey, well, at least it's not a monkey on my back, but there's now 2 monkeys.
I think you have an imposter monkey, Sindor. I think one of them is a fake one. No,
I've got
it's
it.
gone.
I've got it.
And Godfrey's on Graham. Okay, that makes sense.
So which way are we? Sorry, which way are we going?
Well, I was supposed to be sneaking ahead, so tell me and I'll go check.
I think
Which? like-
southwest.
I was going to suggest this way because it just appeared to be cottages, but
You can see something?
not
Is it
from here.
cottage? Trees.
I retroactively tap guidance on Alessandro before he starts shuffling off.
How long does that last? Is it a minute?
I think about 10
Until you
minutes.
do- It's until you do a skill check, I think.
Oh, I don't have guidance. Never mind. Ignore that.
I'm gonna say it. You're a bit of a shit cleric, aren't you?
There are better options than guidance.
There's
He
no
already-
better option than guidance.
he already
Guidance
had-
used well is such a clutch move.
There's absolutely no better option than guide.
Well, how about I do one better and I just cast Bless?
That's
Of
a waste
course.
of a concentration spell.
Yes, that's a full of first level spell. Guidance is free. You can cast it like all the time on every single check that you ever take.
Don't worry, it's fine to be a shit cleric.
You can be a shit.
It's all the
Hey, you don't need
rage.
to heal people and
If
yeah, so I'll start
you
sneaking
can heal
off.
people, you're a good cleric as far as I'm concerned.
Feeling any more of you, you bastards.
Right, we're not following you when you run off again.
You don't anyway.
We've already decided that.
No, we don't. We're
Um,
giving up.
Alessandra, you can see what you can see. The edges of some ruined buildings.
I'm gonna try and keep in the tree line. Does there seem to have been anything? I was going to say alive, but that's not quite what I mean. Does there seem to be any signs of life? Olaf, you are making too much noise. Step back.
Please to be doing perception check. And yes, you should do a stealth check as well.
So that's a 23 on perception.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably not going to be that stealthy knowing my luck. Oh, that's 24 on stealth. I'm doing really well. And when we get in a fight with a hag, I'm going to do terribly.
You can hear in the distance further into the village, potentially beyond the cottages, what sound do goats make?
Bleating.
Braying.
Like sheep, aren't
Bleating. Thank you.
Bleating.
Bleating of some goats.
We were just. I shouldn't have said that. I should have made you do it.
I tried to do it.
Not as good as your elk, but it's good.
They're quite distant. They'll get louder as you get closer.
Can I send Graham off to Olaf and Luca and whoever else is there just to keep them informed of what I am witnessing?
Incoming intel. There are goats.
And not much else.
Are they undead goats or are they
Can't see them.
huge monstrous goats?
Can't see them. Can hear them.
Right.
Is there anything else I need to describe to you? Yeah, you're now walking past this cluster of ruined cottages, separated by low stone walls, a dirt road stretching ahead in front of you. They're exposed to the elements. You can see the furnishings are rotted, and there's nothing salvageable as far as you can see just from a cursory glance. You also notice the odd scarecrow.
Scarecrow. I don't like scarecrows. Does it look like a legitimate scarecrow, or does it look like we're about to be attacked, like in the vineyard again?
With that perception check, it is. They are stationary. They've been, they're put up in clothes to look kind of human-like, like sentries. So they probably do startle you at first, but then you notice, they're stationary. There's hay coming out of where the limbs should be, and the clothes look bedraggled and dirty, and definitely beaten up by the elements as well. So I've probably been there for some time.
I just realised I'm not quite sure what I'm looking out for, but I feel really nervous about the scarecrows. Is there any sign of the goats yet?
Nope. They are definitely ahead in the direction that you are moving.
Does the road look recently worn, or does it seem like this has all been abandoned for quite some time?
Every step you take, it is such wet earth, like you're getting a little bit of water in your boots. Every step, it is not pleasant. You imagine that for every step, which you could probably see, this water covers up any footprints, so it is quite difficult to tell. You can do an investigation check if you wish.
$18.
You do not see any sign of footprints, be they livestock or humanoid.
Okay. Trying to be sneaky and accidentally clicking myself into the middle of the. Oh fuck! I'm gonna dive in between these houses.
I may have left a person there that I shouldn't have.
Okay, so I don't see anything. That's fine.
Just made them invisible.
Okay.
They're also not there. I don't know why they're there. I think I've left it as a marker.
Okay, that's fine. We'll pretend that never happened.
I will give you that if you did look up that way, you would see a cottage that isn't ruined like the others. It is not in a good state. I think that's what the marker was there for.
Okay, and with that, I'll send Graham back again to let the others know kind of where I am, and that so far there doesn't seem to be anything. But don't trust the scarecrows, and there's a cottage that is not like the others.
One of these things is not like the other. Something about scarecrows. I never said he was good at his job.
He is amazing at his job.
Sorry, what about scarecrows?
Are you saying we killed the scarecrows, Graham?
We'll ask Ali. Ali? Olaf says kill the scarecrows.
No. Just tell the others to come here.
Luca, why
Okay.
do we keep this imp around? Seriously.
He's very fucking useful. I will fight you on this, and I'm
You
talking to
can't hear
Matthew. I'm
me.
not even
You
talking to.
can't hear me. You're
Oh
down
no,
there.
no, I've meted this because you know I will meta look after my boy.
If only you looked after us so well.
Hey, if you think that I will not fight someone on your behalf, then you are sadly misguided.
I know you would fight on Matthew's behalf. I know that. Thank you. I would fight on your behalf too.
Ali
Don't need
says,
to. I can't
"Come
back
here."
myself.
I'm already here, Graham.
No, come here, and he'll in Alexander's direction.
Hate that fucking imp.
Being so mean about you, but you were making friends with him a few sessions ago.
I know. I'm being cordial to him. I'm just he still doesn't like him. He's still a fiendish, evil creature as
Good
far as
boy.
he's concerned.
It's a good boy. So there appear to be some interesting scarecrows in what appears to be a not classically scarecrow situation. And there is a cottage over there that seems to be in better repair than the rest of the village.
To be honest, looking at all of this, it's not difficult to be in better state of repair than any of these.
The
Well,
question is, how are they in a better state of repair, and what happened to the rest of the houses? One might say they might have something to do with it.
yes, and we are here looking for a hag, so is there a politer way of saying hag? Have they got a preferred title? It just sounds quite
A venerable, clawed old lady. I don't know.
venerable clawed old lady. Okay.
No, I was being sarcastic. Probably dropped the clawed bit. But be on
Okay.
your guard.
I imagine Matron might appeal to their
Oh yes, that's a much
arrogance
better
a bit
idea.
more. And also, Sindor, to answer your question, I believe a flood happened. That is why.
Right. But how did that
Right.
house survive?
It's an interesting question. We'll be finding out shortly, I imagine.
I think I know, and I don't want to know.
Are we here to speak with the hag? We're not here to harass or argue.
Depends entirely on how the conversation goes, I suspect.
I'm here
Then
purely for the conversation, she says as he pulls out his scimitar and starts sharpening it.
Well, I wonder if then maybe we should announce our arrival and offer to converse rather than show up
She
too
can
unannounced.
survive in this place. I'm sure she is quite capable of protecting herself and probably knows
Yes, and that is what scares me.
already. It's a good idea, actually, and I'm going to start sharpening my rusty old greatsword.
Oh,
It's not really sharpening it, it's more just scraping the rust off.
all terrifying individuals.
I will go with you, Alessandro, to make introductions.
Thank you. I think that might be the best bet.
Night, Aventurian. Thanks for stopping by and chatting. Sorry.
I'm
Hey,
sorry,
that
I
song
hang
shut
out
me
in
up
the
then.
chat because I can't. My laptop can't take it. You're going towards the old cottagey thing.
Yeah.
Is it a tree house? Or has it got branches growing out of it?
I will explain it and bring you onto another map.
Hooray!
Oh.
whilst we're doing this, we haven't formally introduced Kafka to Graham. I do feel like at some point in the walk, Graham would have said to you, Alessander, I thought I was the only one with wings. I don't like this guy muscling in on my territory. I say like I feel like I have established my value as a member of this group, and this is one of my top skills. And now there's another one.
Yes, but I'm not aware that he can be invisible. Nor has he got his charming personality. But then again, I've not even bothered to talk to him.
That's one way of putting it.
If you look over, the monkey's currently on my back and it's like poking at Cinder's back. And Cinder's just like, yeah, just a little bit lower. And then get like shoulders cracking as it pulls it back.
I think maybe we should attempt to be somewhat more friendly. However, we might be of different status.
Eh? What, like you're a noble and that makes me a noble and they're not noble, so we're higher?
Yes. Now, we don't go telling other people that. That is just for you and I.
Am I Sir Graham?
We would have to look into the full family charter to figure out the exact title, but I do believe that you would not be questioned too thoroughly on announcing yourself as Sir Graham of House Return.
That is fucking sweet.
You can take the imp out of the abyss, but you can't take the abyss out of the imp.
I don't know if it's possible to fly with swagger, but that is a thing now.
Well, first I thought Graham was getting jealous, and now I think he's getting a bit big for his britches. Not that I'm going to
Hey,
complain.
he has earned his place.
How?
Hey,
By being a darling.
he saved us, or got rid of the owlbears. He risked his life to release the baby owlbear so that the mother owlbear left us be. He's done lots of scouting. He has given ribbons to people so that we can tell that they are on our side rather than the enemy side. He has been an absolute darling.
You're right, we should let Graham handle this. Clearly the most capable of all of us.
Wait, and a what?
No, we are a team, and we will deal with this as a team.
It's his time to shine.
He has had many a time to shine.
Yeah, I shine all the time.
I know I've underestimated you. I forgot about all those instances of heroism.
Some might say you shine bright like a diamond.
That's
Hey,
what
Graham.
Graham would say.
Graham, show him the thing.
Listen to Paul. Luca moves, pauses on. The shortest measure of time. The time between Jim moving and Veronica pausing it. Impressive. Sorry, Hazel.
It's okay. I'll ask Graham to show Olaf the thing, because I know that Absence has seen this. I'm not sure Olaf has, and Graham will shape change into a raven and just squawk in his face.
That is a much better look for you. Keep it. I approve. I like it.
Okay then. Well, Graham the Raven is going to look at Ali, and I think Ali would know what this means. He has mischief in his eyes. He's looking for approval.
It's okay. You can shit on his head. That is fine.
He shits on his head.
The shit's on my head. If he shits on my head, I'm hitting him.
Oh, he's up in the air, mate.
Okay, I'll shoot him with my bow then. I don't care.
Oh,
I'm not letting someone shit on me.
if Olaf tries to shoot him with his bow,
Oh,
like,
actually, I have a shield. I have a shield of missile deflection now, so
mate,
would
it's
probably-
bird shit. Just
Thought you
deal
had
with it.
that. Wait a minute. Wait a
I want to
minute.
deflect
This
it
is-
onto someone else.
Wait.
Okay, that's fun.
One second. I've lost it.
What have you lost?
Something about the field.
Oh, it doesn't deflect anything. I think it just gives you resistance.
No, but if you get the chance to use it, try. Like,
I mean, it'd be
If it-
funny if it did that because it
Yeah.
could go on back on you. Actually, that'd be funny.
well, let's see what she decides. Because if we have to roll for it, I've got ideas.
Boy, we shouldn't feed him so much pastry.
It's the marmalade. It's that level of sugar. It just runs straight through him.
Oh,
Look at
I
the
can't open things
Familiars.
up. Can you read your thing?
familiars hanging out together. What are you looking for me to read?
What does the shield do?
All it says is it's resistance from any ranged weapon attacks, and I don't think
so I've got
Raven's arse is a weapon. Yeah, it doesn't deflect. It's called deflection, but it doesn't deflect because that would be funny. But
Yeah, but if that happened, I'd uncanny dodge it.
if it was absence, he'd be able to like deflect it and throw it back. But obviously, he's dead now.
Hazel, I
No.
can't get into Graham's character sheet, but I know you can.
Yep. What do you need?
Just because this moment of levity, because I know what's coming, I want to know if the shit hits. I don't know.
What am I rolling?
I want a ranged attack, but I don't know how to do it because I can't open his.
He
Super
doesn't
direct.
have. So
Okay,
what is the sting?
He's got a sting, yeah.
Would
in his
that, if I
beast
roll
form.
that, would that be ranged attack? Will we count that?
I think that's a melee attack, but
It is, but he's not got ranged.
yeah, let's just roll that. Let's speed it up.
It would be
It's
the
just
same
for shits and
roll.
gigs.
It's still
Literally.
dexterity. It's mostly for shits. It's a miss. But I think it's close
Yeah.
enough that it probably hits my armor. I mean, I'm wearing a helmet as well.
I mean, if you're asking for it, then yeah, you will feel this flat, probably down your leg. I don't know.
Just kind of hits your foot, kind of thing. There's just a what the.
I will
And
look
a
up.
triumphant caw.
I'll store that away and think about what I'm going to do back to him.
He'll fly back to your shoulder, Alessander, and I, looking for the text I had on the shield, have lost where you are in the swamp, so bear with me a moment.
You paused it, we've
Right.
not moved.
You, as you approach, see a ramshackle wooden hut on the stump of what must have been once an enormous tree. The roots of the stump are thrusting up from the mire like legs under the hut. An open doorway is visible on one side of the hut. And flanking the hut's doorway are two iron cages that dangle like ornaments from the eaves with ravens trapped in each one. They squawk and flutter their wings
Ravens
excitedly.
trapped in each one.
Mm-hmm.
Graham, come here. Back to normal, please.
Oh.
Wait. They could be messengers.
I am not risking it.
I just mean if you let them out, they could be messengers. They could be an alarm, but they could also be messengers.
And so what do you want us
Ravens.
to do?
Well, I don't know. Were you going to get him to set them free?
No, I was going to have him not be a raven in case you tried to trap him.
A wise decision.
I don't. But whatever. I just thought you were going to free the ravens, which is admirable, but we just need to be careful. They could be an alarm, or they could be.
Yes, it just messing with them at all seems a little bit too risky at the moment. Are there any scarecrows nearby?
Yes, there was one. Let me put one on the map. I haven't translated that previous map to this map.
Sorry.
There you go. There's one over there.
Oh, Jim takes a drag on his little vaping thing. I expect a little tune. I don't know why. Like a little jazz solo.
Oh.
Like a little kazoo.
Yeah.
That's something to do if we ever edit it.
I'll add kazoo sounds.
It would be quite funny. Could just get him a real kazoo.
Yeah, and then I could confuse you. Is he going to play the kazoo or take a break?
Hey, that might be one way to help with the stopping smoking, like kazoo solos.
Can I see
I would
that?
drive you all fucking mad.
Hey, you can mute yourself. It's fine. We can mute you. It's fine.
I would do it at the most inopportune times. Anyway, let's go knock on this door.
Is that there?
There is no door. It is an open doorway.
Oh.
It is dark inside.
Should we announce ourselves?
Yes, probably. Other than walking inside someone's home uninvited.
Excuse me, is anyone home?
You will wait a moment. But here
Scarecrow. Is that scarecrow moving, or is it just a scarecrow?
it's just a scarecrow, and that is what I have to represent it, because it is a different map. I've just forgotten what I just said.
Hello?
We were waiting a moment after asking if anyone was home.
And you hear nothing.
What exactly does the house look like? So, are there branches coming out of it?
It's sort of on the stump of what was clearly once a very big tree. So
Okay.
they're not branches, they're roots,
They're
that
roots.
are protruding from the ground. And ahead of, like, directly opposite Luca is where you'd see an open door.
We do not mean to intrude. We're here only to speak with you.
You'll see the birds getting flustered and squawking in their cages, but you don't hear anything from inside.
Maybe Graham should let those birds out.
I'm going to be dumb and risky, and I'm going to walk up to the open door, and I'm going to knock on the side of the door frame and peek my head inside. And just give a little hello.
1 second.
Ooh.
Has there been any sign of the goats yet?
Oh, it's not. I have not been able. This is not in proportion.
I am I know the proportions, so you don't have to worry about it.
Oh,
it's more like 20 feet. It's small.
Graham, it's a house built for your size. You'll love it.
I'm gonna leave it like that.
Yeah.
So you will see inside, because you've got light on.
Look at the cute little desk.
You will see inside a wooden bed, like a cabinet, a wardrobe, stool, a chest, an iron tub stained with blood.
Oh, Graham.
A crib in the center of the room, and a green light seeping up through the cracks in the floorboards.
What? Did you say a crib?
Yes, you will see a crib.
Like a baby?
A baby crib.
Crib.
A bebe.
I'm
I've been watching a
going,
lot of Shit's Creek.
For
Hello.
the bebe.
I'm going to step inside and look inside the bebe crib.
The bebe crib.
I haven't seen
Inside
Shit's
bed.
Creek, but I'm running with it.
Oh, you need to watch it. Is it like a TARDIS house where once you go in, you go small too?
Imagine you can fit 4 of you in it. You look inside the crib. Where is the crib?
It's in the middle of the
You will
room.
see a small angelic child swaddled in white blankets, sat in it. Well, lying in it. It's asleep.
I'm going to put my hand into the crib and give it a little gentle pet on the head, like a little stroke of its forehead. Like, it's a strange place to find such a small child.
It screams. It is louder than the ravens. It is deafening. The cries that it lets out.
We didn't know this was happening, so there's just.
Cry of a
Is it like
baby.
proper? Is it proper baby wailing, or is there something different about it?
Describe different about it. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a baby crying.
But yeah, it's just like a baby screaming at the top of its lungs. It's
Yeah.
not magically enhanced in some way, shape, or form.
No, you know what? You would probably think this is a very loud bebe, like unnaturally loud bebe.
Okay,
I
unnaturally
can't
loud
stop.
bebe. It's okay.
I'm
This is
going
now
to
bebe. That's how we know it's not a normal baby, because it's a bebe.
I'm going to scoop the bebe out of the crib and walk out of the door with it and be like, I found a baby.
As you do that, the image of the baby just dissipates in your arms.
I did not find a baby.
But the noise continues.
This is slightly concerning. So I'm just going to turn around, I'm going to push the crib out of the way. I'm going to assume there's something weird about all the green glow coming from beneath the floorboards. So at this point, I'm a bit too concerned to wait it out. I'm just going to start hammering at the ground with a mace to see what the green glow is.
Wow. Okay. One sec. Could you roll to hit with the mace?
That was me thinking clerics roll peace and love.
Hey, I tried to look after a baby.
You disappeared a baby, now you're hitting shit.
I disappeared the baby, that freaked me out, and now I'm hitting shit.
Yeah.
I just want to get this shit done and out of the way as fast as possible. It's a 13.
Roll damage.
It's a 4, but it's silvered, if that makes any difference.
Nope. You start to depress the floorboards. You make a dent. What is everyone else doing?
I'm probably screaming for him to stop because we were not here to make enemies. We were here to make friends.
The moment he hears "stop," he'll be like, "I should probably stop, actually."
I'm just waiting for shit to hit the fan and intervene.
Me too.
What in the world is going on? And if Alexander can, then he will kind of run up and try and figure out what in the world is going on, because there was a baby screaming, and then he just kind of could you see the outline of Luca starting to like smash things? Has the noise stopped yet, or is the baby still screaming even though the baby's not there?
The noise after probably about a minute will stop.
What in the world is going on? What was that noise? What are you doing?
There's something underneath the floor. I was trying to get to it in the panic of the screaming child.
Okay, where's the child?
It disappeared, deapparated.
Was an illusion then? A trap?
Potentially, or a warning sign.
Well, warnings are there to warn people, so maybe we should get out of this hut.
Do we not want to get the... I don't know if it's the thing you're looking for, but there's...
Yeah, but we could talk to the person who would probably be very annoyed at us destroying their home.
Yes, that's probably true. Before I leave, though, I would like to take a quick cursory glance around and see if I can spot a giant dragon skull. Because
No, you're inside a hut.
So there is no dragon skull inside.
Did that thing that just appeared for a split second appear, or were you just testing if it was
It
still
is
there?
about to, yes. Who's still outside? So
Olaf,
Sindor
Sindor,
and Olaf
Maggers,
will
and Sir Godfrey.
potentially see in the distance the wondrous sight of a haggard old woman holding onto the horns of what appears to be a levitating skull of a dragon. And as that happens, I'm just going to do a quick rollies for myself. Olaf odd, Sindor even. We're going to roll initiative, but she's going to get off a quick firebolt.
Rude.
Oh dear.
That's gonna hit.
Can I just quickly check what from Luca's description of the light in the thing, in the painting? What color was the light?
Like white, blue.
And white, blue. And what was the light under the floorboards?
Green.
Okay, just checking
Nugget,
that. And so
purest green.
Is the levitating dragon skull emanating any light?
No.
Okay, but it's a big fuck off dragon skull, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
To be fair, I should roll for whether you saw it. So, Sindor, can you do me a perception check, and we'll decide whether you get that based on that.
We can use passive.
I could use passive, couldn't I? What is your passive?
Oh, sorry, I rolled that to myself. My passive would be I think 14. Yeah,
He
14.
beats that, so I'm afraid. Please take 14 fire damage from a firebolt that comes shooting out of the air above you, and you see this really strange sight. Seems a strange time to roll for initiative, but let's get one round in.
Oh, fuck me. I got a 0.
no. You got 0. I got 3.
3 is better than none.
Yeah, well, it's better than 2 as well, apparently.
Oh, Godfrey, I forget you're here.
Godfrey, help!
Yeah, pull your finger out. I mean, it's a pretty stylish way of entering a scene, right? Flying in on a flying dragon skull.
Skull. It's pretty fucking metal, let's be honest.
It is pretty metal, yeah. It's like a metal granny, basically.
We just don't see off in the distance the guy with the flaming guitar riding on the rest of the dragon.
Well, that's what she was building up to, but she only got the one bit, I think.
Welcome to your peril. Lysander, you probably hear Sindor let out some sort of cry as she is singed.
Ow.
I guess the talking is over.
Just in a moment of sheer panic, he doesn't really understand what this feeling is. But he's going to instinctively cast Armor of Agathis on himself. And that gives me 5 temporary hit points. And I need them because I am terrified. And then I will run out of the house. So there's 10 to get out. And then run over here so I can actually see what the fuck's going on. Oh, there's a woman and a giant dragon skull flying towards us. We're sorry. We didn't mean to disturb you.
Stop apologizing, just kill the bitch.
Oh, love, what the fuck?
She just fireballed our friend.
We're trespassing and made a baby cry and tried to damage her house. I would also fireball us. And that's probably the end of my go.
Okay. Are you shouting that at her the whole?
We're sorry, and
yeah,
we didn't mean to. Yeah.
She will reveal her sharp teeth as she approaches on her dragon and be like, "Oh God, what's a hag voice? How'd you get into hag voice?"
I just take Wicked Witch from Oz.
Do a Wicked Witch laugh and go from there.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
You might need to back off the mic.
Don't worry, dear. I love having company.
Lovely.
For dinner. Oh, Hazel wanted to collect a nana. And I don't think it's
She's flying.
No, she's not cute enough.
It's flying. So I'm not going to use the dragon skull because I can't move them around together. I'm just going to leave it there and keep track of it. Let's use her as where she is, and I will say she is about 20 feet up in the air.
Just also, quick point of order. We want the dragon skull, so please let's not destroy it, people.
Yeah.
I'll definitely keep that in mind while I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind while I'm trying not to die. And she will what should we do? She will run behind the tree, and she will.
Hello, Sindor.
She will reach into her bag. She will try to retrieve something from it. It will take a few seconds. What does she? Before she realizes she doesn't actually need to retrieve anything, and she just makes some gestures with her hands and tries to speak out an incantation 3 times, gets it wrong the first 2 times, but eventually casts Fog Cloud here.
Ooh. Nice.
And she'll shout out to everyone, take cover, draw her to us. Don't get out in the open field, she'll kill you. Also, I don't have anything that works at range.
Me either.
Yes, I think they'll.
I like this spell because I actually have blind sight. So yeah, if we can draw.
Yeah, I was going to say, all of a sudden, no
I'll
one
do it,
except Olaf can see.
Oh, this is awesome. I know what I'm going to do though.
And that'll be it for her.
Okie dokie. So Godfrey will see you enveloped in the fog cloud and run up to where they lost. Not where they lost the Sindel moved, but would run up alongside. You can only get to there. And sort of look around. Is everyone okay in there?
For the moment,
If you need to follow the sound of my voice, I can't do anything while she's in the air. Yeah, that's what Godfrey does, so we'll just hold a longsword attack for if she were to get in range. And now it's my lovely old lady's turn. Didn't check her spells, because didn't think we'd get this far. You've done,
It was fast for us.
Yeah,
It was.
it was.
I think we should get Magus to cast Dispel Magic on the flight effect. Personally. Just looking what else he's got. Yes, he does.
Then that is what we will do.
I don't think he's got anything else that could bring her down.
No, that seems to.
One creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Is he not? Well, he slept, so we could actually change his spells and give him Earthbind, but we didn't know this was going to happen, so that would be a bit mattery. Yeah, I think Dispel Magic makes no sense.
Or you can just shoot her with something, I suppose. Or he can turn into something flying, but again, I'm not sure that's...
Sorry, I'm reading spell descriptions. Sorry.
Can I also shout back to Luca during all this? I take back what I said. Continue beating the crap out of the hut and get that thing.
Very well. I was thinking I was going to do it anyway.
Good. I wanted to apologize because I've just remembered that we were actually here for that bleeding gemstone and that was green.
When a spell says within a point,
If
within
it says
range of a point you choose, it doesn't mention sight.
If it's an area effect, you can just put it somewhere. But if
I've used that when we've been blinded before, or a similar thing when we've been blinded before.
Yeah, it's an area effect, effectively. I mean, you knew where we were.
He is going to. Hmm. Actually, I'm going to try this. She can only see one humanoid. She's not sure how many are in the fog. She has only just arrived. She's going to attempt to use Crown of Madness on Godfrey. Oh wait, is he?
Funny you say
Let her
that.
try.
Oh, she's not an idiot. He's undead, isn't he? She'd see he's undead. So that doesn't actually work.
No, undead's still
Oh, fuck, I'm
humanoid.
taking too long. I'll familiarize myself better. We're gonna hit
Oh, he's immune.
Godfrey.
He's immune to charm, though, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I've got
Godfrey,
Crown of
where is
Madness. I could try it on her, but my DC is not very high.
21 to hit dear Godfrey, which most
Fine.
definitely hits.
Oh, we're dead.
And fire damage is fine. So,
Don't kill my boy.
oh no, what have I done?
She only got one attack. That's not so bad then.
Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. She doesn't necessarily know what she's up against. Olaf.
Okay. I mean, I've got Crown of Madness. I could try it on her, but I don't think it
You
would.
can't currently see her.
No, I know, but I'm going to move. If it lets me move. So I'm going to step out of the... Step out. Just nod to her. Sort of like lower my head, nod. And then I'm not very good with a crossbow, but just so that I've got an attack. I'm not going to waste a spell on her. It just feels a bit too... I don't have enough spell slots to waste them, so I'm just going to fire 2 shots with a crossbow, light crossbow, which I am terrible at, so I'm probably going to miss. Yeah.
Miss.
Because the light one doesn't have loading. 18. Okay. That's 2 points, and then I will just take one step back into the mist. Just basically let her see me, and then step back into the mist.
Okay.
I might go there. In fact, I'll step back to there. Ooh. Oh, I moved out of the mist, and then you change the turn.
There you go. Sorry.
Thanks. There you go. I wasn't doing that to hurt her. It was more just so she saw where I was. Are there any strength-based missile weapons? Is it just javelins?
Read that question.
You can throw hand axes and stuff like that.
Hand axes. Yeah, I need to get some of those then. I probably already got some near me, but they're quite short range, aren't they?
You can throw a dagger with strength as well.
Oh, I've got hammers. I should have thrown hammers, but I think they've only got 20-foot range short.
Yeah, so Magus will do exactly what Matt said, which will be cast Dispel Magic on the flying dragon skull. It doesn't say anything about needing to be able to see it. He knew where it was. And it's 120 feet. It's within 120 feet, so...
DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
Let me have a look. DC. The spell is level 3rd level, so 13.
Being a read.
It's whatever the level of the magical effect is, I think. It might not be. I don't know if it's specifically a spell effect or a magical effect. It does say creature, object, or magical effect. But I bet the item doesn't say what the effect is based on.
No, the book is not helpful. I'm looking on Reddit.
What I would do.
So, what was the question?
You can cast dispel magic on a magical effect, an object, or a creature,
Yes.
and it tells you how to do it for something that is obviously the result of a spell.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you how to do it for a magical effect. You have to assume that it's a result, something that results of a spell. Spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's not
Don't know
meant to
whether
work there, but
It's not the result of a spell, it's like a magic item.
So it's an
It
enchantment.
says magical effect. Oh.
yeah, it does say magical effect.
It just
I mean,
doesn't
it
fully explain.
might not break it, but it might temporarily stop it for a bit. I don't know.
That is what I'm reading. Most things are saying it wouldn't do anything because the book doesn't mention anything about it being a magical effect
Okay.
or whatever. But I read something. Sorry, yep.
Critical Role. At some point, don't Vax's boots get magically dispelled, but they continue to work? It's just it knocks them out for a couple rounds. I know that is not
That's
the
what
law.
I'm.
But
No, that's what I'm
thinking.
seeing. People
Yeah.
going. You could compromise on disabling it so it's now stationary for
I mean,
X amount of rounds.
is the item? Does it have the same effects as like the fly spell, for example? But it's permanent. Because if that, you could always base it on a spell that it's got the equivalent of. So if it's fly or whatever.
It's a vehicle.
Yeah, but it's a magical item, right?
It doesn't have. It's just a flying skull.
Shall we take a week or
just-
so to figure this out and just move on to the next person for now?
Luca, finish the turn. I'll work out what happens.
Well, guess what I'm going to do, V? Because I have realised it will take me far too long to get through the floor with my mace, I'm going to cast Spiritual Guardians, and I'm going to focus all of them blasting on the floor. So I will cast it. Where the fuck is it?
They
There.
attack an animate object?
That's what I'm, wondering. God, I hate magic.
Any number of creatures. Oh. Yeah, it does not specify that, so fair. So yeah, I guess I will, for the time being, continue to just hammer away at the. Right.
Roll an attack.
If it looks like I could get my hands into floorboards, I'm just going to try and rip one up.
Then do a strength check, please.
Anyone?
Damn it, the floorboards up.
Okay. Can I see that gem?
Yes, you can.
I'm snatching that fucking gem.
Wait a minute. Blah, blah, blah. Gem. Break through it. So there's an attack. Is it a movement to try and pry it? You'd need to do another strength check. Would you do that on the same turn, or would I say that prying it up is your 6 seconds.
Flip a coin.
Well, there's a reaction when that happens. You can try a strength check at disadvantage.
Or
Well,
prying.
that would be like fast hands. No.
Okay, so I've pried the thing open. And I will grab it next turn.
It is, you can see the roots underneath the tree are wrapped around this gem, so you know that it's going to take some effort.
Fair enough.
I was not prepared for you casting Dispel Magic, which seems silly now. So we'll end it there, and I'll go.
The thing I just read said that they would. Some people are saying it should have a DC if it can be dispelled for a time. So animated armor has that, but then someone else has said I'd just have it disable it for 1 round.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna.
Or make the
have a
movement
read and have a
0.
think.
A 3rd level spell slot for 6 seconds of 0 movement speed seems like a good balance of rewarding creative thinking while still keeping the fight interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a read. I will decide.
I'm probably going to take a moment to shout out through the fog as well, going, Godfrey, I might need your help with something in here. Just follow my voice.
Okay. I will try and remember that. Actually, no, I won't try and remember it. I'm just going to write it in the chat. Uka has said, I need your help.
Follow my
My
voice.
voice. To Godfrey. Yeah, it's past 10. I'm going to stop there. My brain hurts. Why have you done this to me? Because you know what I want to do to you. It's fair. It's fair.
Rude.
Cool.
Maybe. Well, it feels like next week is going to be a lot of this. And then it will. Well, we'll see.
This is actually awesome because I always want to cast darkness and then fight something in the darkness because I've got blind fighting, but I've only got 2 2nd level spells, so it's not worth the spell slot. But this mist thing's awesome. We just need to get her in it.
Could Graham, as my not familiar with his devil sight, Ratatouille, could he like
Ratatouille,
Remy the
Alessandro.
He
Linguini?
takes
That
his
is
own turn
Alessandra.
because he is not your familiar in the right in the game sense. So I would have no issue with you asking him to do that and him doing that for his turn.
Okay.
Remember, if as he is not your familiar, Graham might die. So I will add a
I
caveat.
know, and that is why I have
If
not
a spell
done it, and I
aimed at
keep him.
you
Yep.
misses
Yeah.
you,
Yeah. No, I am aware. This is why I keep him out of combat, but I currently can't see. We'll figure this out.
we will. This is a complex combat already. No game tomorrow because we don't have all the players, and we want to finish this arc of Vampire with all the OG players at the very least. So back next Sunday.
Yeah, there's no vampire tomorrow. I think Tom's not around. It doesn't seem worth doing it with so many missing, seeing as it will be the final in the arc. It will be the final part of the story. It will mostly be cleaning up and then maybe setting some threads for next, whenever that happens, some seeds, sowing some seeds.
Shall we say goodbye?
Yes, we will say goodbye. I don't think anyone's in the stream anyway, so
Goodbye.
we'll say goodbye to ourselves. Bye bye. And to anyone who watches it
It's
later,
helpful
obviously.
for when I eventually decide to edit them. I can go, and that's the goodbye.
And
Cut.
that's the goodbye. This is
Yeah.
the end. I shall play the theme tune one last time.
Bye.
From water deep to Icewind Dale, unlikely friends fight tooth and scale. A little faith, a lot of rage, to bring the summer back again. Now roll the dice, see how they fall. Don't waste your action. Bonus action. Heroes, tortured and trapped within the mist, hunted by horrors from out the abyss. We've seen friends fall, but must endure, survive to see the sun once more. Now roll the dice, see how they fall. Don't waste your